Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What we're getting ready to do now is called fried cabbage. We're going to use some garlic. Of course, we're going to need a head of cabbage, some garlic salt, the Queen Mrs. Dash, some basil, and some onion powder or salt. I'm going to use this turkey kabasha, and you can also use the beef ekra sausage. It doesn't matter. You just want to put a little bit of sausage in there. Okay, so I'm going to cut up my cabbage. I'm going to cut up the sausage, and then I'll be right back. Something else I did want to mention while I was getting ready to cut up my cabbage, I wanted to make sure that you all know that this part right here, this core, that right there, you want to get rid of as much of that as you can. You do not want to have any of that in your food. So what I do is I cut mine here, and then I just cut this part around that part. Okay? I guess I'll cut a little bit and then show you what I'm talking about. I'll be back. You see what I mean? I just did cut all around 4 squares and went completely around this. Because that thing does something to your cabbage that is just not so yummy. Okay? So yeah, you may lose a little bit, and you could probably cut some more off down here and use that. But I just assume not, because I want my cabbage to be yummy through and through. So I'm just going to cut this up here. Throw this where it belongs, in the trash. And I'll be back. Alright, moving on with our fried cabbage. Okay, I finished cooking the sausage. I just fried it up. And there you go. It's on the plate. And now the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do. Wobby wobby. Okay, I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter in there melting. No, you do not wipe out this pan once you get that sausage out of there. You want to leave all that goodness up in there. You can see mine's still in there. You want to leave it in there. That's flavor. We love flavors. Okay? So the next thing I'm going to do, I thought I had more bell pepper, but I don't. But that's okay. There's green bell pepper in there, and I do mean that is a pinch. I would have liked to have had more, but that's okay. I'm using what I've got. Then I've got some yellow bell pepper. Put a little bit of that in there. We're going to put some orange and some red bell pepper in here. I mean, you absolutely can omit this part. You do not have to put this part in here. You do not have to add all these bell peppers. Just a little bit of green and a little bit of red onion is all you really need. But she's extra. She is. I'm going to put in the rest of my red onion, purple onion, whatever you want to call it. I need some onions. And then once we get the onions in there and the bell peppers in here, still got one to go. Put a little bit of red in here. The colors are just going to be so pretty. And once I get those in there, everything's going to saute together. So we're good. Okay? What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start getting my cabbage in once I put in my garlic. And it doesn't take much, and you can totally not put this in here. You don't need it. It's just something about it. 1 spoonful. That's all I'm using. And I've got this over a medium heat because, again, like I said, we're frying this cabbage. And you got to be mindful, if you've never fried cabbage before, that butter I used was more than enough. Simply because the cabbage, it's got its own little fluids that it's going to release, okay? So you don't want it to be swimming because, like I said, we're frying. See those colors? Doesn't that kind of look like Christmas morning? Look at that. Almost like a fruit cake, actually. Ew. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this cabbage. And when cabbage, once you slice it up like this, you could put it in a bowl and rinse it off, because it definitely needs to be rinsed off, because you don't know where it was before you got it. So it's best to rinse off all your produce. Okay? So we're going to get this in there. Alright, and then here comes the next flavor. That's going to be our garlic salt. Alright. Then I'm going to add some of this basil. And then you can't do anything without the queen, Mrs. Dash. Okay. And then lastly, but not leastly, the onion powder. I need to refill this, put in my smaller container. We'll get to it. Okay. So now all we're going to do is just let it do its thing. We're going to fry, we're going to turn, we're going to fry, and we're going to turn, okay? So we're going to mix all these flavors up together, get all that stuff from the bottom to the top, all the top to the bottom. And so all we're going to do is just mix this all up. See? Just mix it up, and it's going to start sizzling real good for you here in a minute. And just keep turning and keep turning. This is probably going to take, you know, depending on your stove and your pans that you're using, this could easily take 30 minutes, okay? So I'm going to come back in 10 minutes and show you what mine's look like, okay? I'll be back. All right, this is 10 minutes into the cabbage. You see how much that's broken down? And it's going to break down still a little bit more, okay? So we're just going to keep cooking and keep cooking. Remember, I told you maybe 30 minutes. It just depends on how well the cabbage wants to cook and how fast it wants to do what it wants to do. So that's 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 more. All right, and we are back. Now you see that cabbage? Now there you go. Our cabbage is done. So this was after 25 minutes total cooking time, okay? You can absolutely crisp that up a little bit more if you want to. Your choice. I'm done. I'll cut the sausage into twos. I'm just going to get that in there. Let those flavors marry. Then I'm just going to let this, I'm going to turn the fire off. Look at that. That's a meal in itself. All you need is a piece of cornbread. Look at that. Done. Look at that. Turn the fire off because it's still going to cook a little bit longer. But I'm going to turn the fire off and we are done. I'm going to plate it up, show you what it looks like. I'll be back. Look at that. Fried cabbage has arrived to the table. Okay? Fried cabbage with sausage. We're done. We are so done. Look at that. So good, so delicious, so simple. Things made easy with Gigi. There we go. All right. We'll be making something else. What exactly we're going to make in the next one, I'm not sure. But please like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to let you know every time I upload a new video. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.